everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So today I'm back with another speed build for you guys. I'm really sorry because I haven't been able to upload. I actually wanted to upload this video on Wednesday and I started doing the voiceover early in the morning and then my brother showed up so I couldn't finish it. Then I had a lot to work and I just didn't have time and I'm really sorry about that. But today you're getting a new speed build that I actually worked on for a couple of days now. And I'm really excited because this build is actually part of my save file and it's a residential rental lot. I know I haven't been like approaching the fact that the residential rental lots were actually really buggy and caused a lot of trouble for some people, but I wanted to still be able to have that content for you guys, and I know that maybe now they're fixed. I think they work better now and that it doesn't cause any glitches or anything like that. So I hope you guys like this video and that you like this build because we're building today in Willow Creek. This is actually a lot that is I don't know, I think it's across the street from the God's house, or maybe it's like, I don't know, really close to it, but it's in that neighborhood. And I wanted to have another residential rental that only has 2 houses. So these are 2 like suburban townhouses or something like that. They're not properly townhouses because they're detached homes, but I just didn't know exactly how to call them. So I'm gonna be referring to them as townhouses, but we all know that they're not. But yeah, I just found a picture on Pinterest that I really liked and took inspiration from it to build these houses. I wanted to have just houses that were a little bit smaller than my average builds lately, but the video still ends up being really long because I actually wanted to try and do something a little bit more realistic with this build. So one of the houses, this one that we're building right now, is going to be fully decorated. There's going to be a family living in here. I'm going to be creating that family for the save file, so you will see it soon enough on the gallery. And we're gonna be talking about them a little bit more during the speed build when we go to the interior. But the other house is gonna be empty, so it only has like the kitchen and bathroom appliances, and it doesn't even have any landscaping or anything like that, and all the walls are painted white because I just wanted you guys, if you decide to play with this build, that you were able to just customize the house in any way that you want for the family that you want to have living in that house. So yeah, I just decided to just keep it really like a blank canvas for you guys, and I hope you like it. Also, this house, the one that we're decorating right now, doesn't have I don't show you the floor plan creation because I try not to do it when the builds are too long, like the videos are too long, so you won't see it in this one. But the other one actually has the exact same floor plan, and I kept the footage of me creating that floor plan, so you will actually see it, but not for this house. So yeah, I hope you stay tuned for the very end of the video because you're gonna see that in the last couple of minutes of the video. But yeah, we're doing a little bit of landscaping in here. I'm using a lot of debug plants because my idea when I started building this house was I wanted to have something that was really like realistic, as I mentioned, and using a lot of debug because I actually never try to use a lot of debug items like the planters and things like that, or even the debug plants, using the trees as just plants for decoration and stuff like that. I don't do it. And I just wanted to have something different and do something more creative, so that's what I did in here. So you see that I sized down the trees and I put them in the planters, and I just really like it. I mean, I've actually been taking inspiration from a lot of builders that upload their builds to TikTok or also to Instagram, and I see like all the details they add, and I tried to do something like this in this build. Of course, it's nowhere close to anything like they do because I still have a lot to practice when it comes to being really detailed in my builds and really detailed with the outside of my builds especially. But I think I did a really good job with this house. I actually really like it. The only problem is that the world in specific, like Willow Creek, has really bad lighting, so this was the best that I could do with what you see. But the cinematics at the beginning of the video were actually in a different light because I was in live mode. But right now I don't like to build in live mode because you see the money just going, and I just don't like it. So yeah, I decided to stay with that and just try to do something better. But I wish the Sims team actually fixed the lighting issue that we have in many worlds, because it's not appealing when it comes to building. But yeah, we're in the interior now, and we're starting with the kitchen, and the kitchen has a kind of a different layout that I usually go for, and I really like it. I wanted to have like a separate stove from the rest of the counter spaces, and I just didn't want to mix like match everything, because I wanted this house to be more realistic. I'm having a lot of fun building realistic interiors, like decorating realistic interiors, and I know that you guys have fun as well, because you have been so great when it comes to the content that I've been uploading lately, and all the realistic builds that we're doing, and the just feeling like a house is not just part of a magazine, like a picture of a magazine, and that it makes sense for a lot of you. So thank you guys so much, and that's something that I'm gonna be trying to embrace a little bit more, because I really like it. I think it makes sense, and I just enjoyed this kitchen a lot. When you're watching the video, I haven't play tested this build, basically because of this that we're doing right now. I love adding these kind of details to my kitchens. When you have like a cutting board, and you have just food on top of it, and in this case I added these sandwiches from Snowy Escape, I think, and I love them. So I didn't do any playtesting or anything like that in this build, because I didn't want the sandwich to spoil or anything like that, so, or my sim just go and eat it. So that's why I didn't do it, but I'm gonna be doing it anyways when I create the family and I start playing a little bit with them, so don't worry about that. But on the gallery you will see it just the way that we're building it right now. And this is the dining space. It's a really cramped space, and when I was building this house actually has 2 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms, so it's for a small family, and I wanted them to have a nursery, so they're gonna have an infant. And I really liked it, because I haven't been decorating infant rooms in a while now, so I wanted to have something a little bit more different. And of course I had to add some items for them, but I don't know, I just like it. I think it makes a house look more like a family home when you have toys, or I don't know, baby stuff throughout the house and things like that. And that's something that I don't usually do, because as I mentioned, I try to go for a lot of like cover of a magazine type of houses, and things like really perfect and neat and stuff like that. But right now I'm going through this phase in which I just really like to have realistic things in here, and I'm just enjoying it a lot. So yeah, there's gonna be an infant, and there's gonna be 2 parents in here, and also they're gonna have a dog. So it's a really nice family home in here. Really I don't know, comfy. I wanted to go for something that was more comfortable, and that you felt like you wanted to spend a lot of time in this house. And yeah, the living room is like this. You can see the layout. This is basically what we're gonna have in here. I'm creating these kind of built-ins, just because I wasn't sure what to do with all the space that we had in here. I didn't want to have like bookcases or anything like that, because I wanted to decorate the space. But we're gonna be moving the chairs from to the other side of the living room, because I'm gonna be adding a crib, this one that you can actually the one that you can put in your inventory. I'm gonna be adding it in here, because I think when you have like a playpen or something like that for babies, you tend to have them on the areas that you're gonna be spending the most time in. So I thought that maybe having like a playpen or something like that that we don't have in games would have been great to add in this space. So we're gonna be using this crib in here, and you can keep your infant in here if they decide to take a nap or something like that, and you just want to keep your eye on it. So yeah, you can just put it in there. But there's gonna be also a nursery, as I mentioned, so don't worry, because the infant is gonna have more space for them to grow into and just spend more time, and you're not gonna be needing to keep it in the in the living room all the time, so don't worry about that. But we're on the 2nd floor now, and we're decorating the main bedroom. It's a little bit plain. I do have to admit that it's a little bit plain. It doesn't have that much going on, because I don't know, I just felt like maybe the parents living in here actually prefer to spend more money and resources on their baby, on even or like on the rest of the house, but not so much in their bedroom. So yeah, they do have a big screen TV, they do have a nice bed, but there's not much decoration going on in here. The colors are really bleh. I don't know how to explain it, but there's not much going on in here. I wanted to go for something a little bit more comfy, and something that maybe they just want to spend time in here relaxing. But yeah, mismatched furniture, because of course I have to go for that. So they didn't just renovate their house or anything like that. They just have the furniture that they had. Maybe they mixed and matched the furniture when they were living by themselves, and then they, I don't know, got married and decided to put all the furniture together because they didn't have enough money or whatever. But they just decided to do that. And we're decorating the main bathroom. This is not an ensuite bathroom, so there's not ensuites in this house. But yeah, the kids' bathroom is actually fully decorated, and I use the exact same appliances in here in the other bathroom. But I wanted to keep at least one bathroom in the speed build for you guys to see what I did. So yeah, I think it's really realistic. It makes a lot of sense. And this is a nursery. It's a really big bedroom actually, but I had a lot of difficulties trying to divide the space and create a nice layout and everything like that, because I wanted to use that ottoman that we got with, I think that's from the kids room stuff pack. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it is. And I wanted to add it in there under the bay window, but I just ended up getting rid of it because it didn't look good. I mean, I wanted the crib to be in the middle of that wall, and I wanted like center on the wall, and I wanted that ottoman in there. It wasn't working, so I decided to get rid of it. And yeah, there's a lot of blue and white and beige going on in this bedroom. I still haven't decided yet on the gender of the baby or anything like that. I just wanted to go for a nice peaceful nursery, and I love blue, so you know that. And I really like this wallpaper from Parenthood that is it looks really well with the carpet that we got with the infant update in the base game, so I just decided to go with that. And this infant is gonna have a lot of toys, but they're all gonna be in that shelf because they do not have a toy chest or anything like that. And something that I don't usually do, but I really wanted to have in a house like this, is like a family room. So on the second floor, on the main landing area, there's gonna be this family room. They're gonna have a TV, they're gonna have space for them to play games. I was thinking that the parents were actually a little bit more into gaming, so they're really young, they just bought this house, they have a big dog, because I'm thinking about having a big dog in here, and they have a console and they have some controls and they like to play, and maybe they're gonna be raising their kid to be into games as well. So that's kind of more I don't know, no, I don't know what's the word that I'm looking for, but a family that you see nowadays. And maybe it's a family that I will like to have if I ever get to have children. I would love to have them raised in an environment in which they can play and do a lot of stuff like this, and that I can still enjoy my love for The Sims and some other games. Also, I hit my fan, I'm really sorry. But yeah, that's something that I was having in mind when I was decorating this house. I really liked it, so I hope you guys like it as well and that it makes sense for you. But yeah, the backyard you see is massive for a house like this. It's a really massive backyard, and they have a pool and they have an area just to hang out and relax, and maybe they like to invite people over, and they have a lot of friends, and they just like to have barbecues, and they're also gonna have a fire pit as well. So yeah, there's a lot going on in here. Also, there's gonna be a space for the infant to just relax and play, and also for the dog. So yeah, I think in families these days it's really important to have like a nice space for your pets as well. I didn't create like the dog house that I created a few videos ago, because when you have a big dog, creating these dog houses it looks weird. It's too big. It doesn't make sense. It takes up too much space. So I decided not to have a dog house. This is kind of an indoor dog that they do like to take to the backyard, and the dog can play and run and stuff. But they're not gonna have like a dog house in here because it's just too big. And I was thinking like a big dog, like, I don't know, Doberman or something like that, a really big dog. And yeah, I didn't want to have that because it was gonna look really weird. But I'm gonna be adding more dog houses to my builds when the dogs are smaller, or yeah, just I'm gonna be doing that. But this is the area for the toddler, so when the toddler starts growing up and they can actually sit on their own and they can come and play, and they start like crawling and stuff, they can come in here and play with some more toys. And also the dog has a pet bed in here because I was thinking that the baby was actually really close to the dog, and that's something that you see in real life a lot, and that's something that I really like about having pets and having small children, is that you can actually see them grow together and they just love each other. And that's something that I see in this family like happening. So I wanted the dog to have a space as well in the backyard just to enjoy and maybe watch over the children and stuff like that. So if the family ends up having more kids, the dog is gonna be like the guardian and stuff like that. And that's something that I had as a family dynamic in here that I really liked. So yeah, I hope you guys like it as well. We're actually pretty close to finishing this house, and we're gonna be moving to the second house in a few seconds. So you see right now I'm creating the exact same floor plan and everything's gonna be exactly the same, but for some reason this house is one tile bigger than the other one. And when I do builds, I have mentioned it before, but when I build, I try to, like, the thing that I usually do is actually that I build the shell of the house like without recording. So I build it, I choose the colors, and I choose the windows, the doors, and everything, like all the accent things that I'm gonna be having in the house. I build it beforehand, so then I take a screenshot, I count like the tiles and everything like that, so I have like specific amount of tiles and I know exactly how big the house has to be. That's why it doesn't take me that much when I do the first part of the build, because I have already planned it. But then when I do like the interior and everything like that, I don't plan it. I just go with what I see and what I want to do in the moment. But yeah, when I was doing this house, I counted the amount of tiles that I needed, but for some reason I just counted one extra one, and the house ends up being one tile bigger. But then when I realized when I was doing the floor plan, I just go back and change everything because it didn't make sense. And you can see right now, maybe you noticed it, like the house is one tile longer than the other one, but I didn't notice. So yeah, and you see me struggling right now. It's like, why this balcony is so big if the other one is only 2 tiles? So I'm making everything longer, and then I'm gonna be changing it back because I realized that it wasn't like the right amount of tiles and everything. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that in a few seconds. And also trying to choose a different wallpaper because I wanted this house to be different from the other one. Actually, I showed the first house to my boyfriend and he said that it was too white for his liking, so I decided to change it in the other one and just have a different color and something more drastic and a little bit more dramatic. So that's why we're using the exact same paneling from Growing Together, but in a different swatch. So this one is actually the default swatch, I'm pretty sure, and I really like how it ends up looking. Also with the different lighting, it looks great. I mean, I like it a lot. But yeah, you can see now we're struggling with the roof, even though it's the exact same one and everything like that, because I just didn't realize that the house was bigger. So that's my bad. And yeah, we're gonna be changing it, but don't worry. Also, adding this debug item here on the fence, it just worked perfectly. I saw the inspiration picture that I wanted to work with when I started doing these houses, and the fence that house had was pretty similar to the one that you see right now. It just didn't have like the upper part with like the metal and stuff like that. But when I found this fence, I'm pretty sure this fence is actually from Get Together or something like that. It's from a really old pack, And when I used it and then I found this debug item from Jungle Adventure and I put them together, they fit perfectly. So I was really happy. So I had to use it in the other house as well, because they're just two houses in the same condo or something, I don't know. But I really enjoyed it and I love it, and I'm gonna be trying to do things like that more often, because as I mentioned, I really wanted to have like more usage of the debug items and be more creative and trying to do something a little bit more different that I usually do. Also, for some reason, this lot is not perfectly flat, so you see like a foundation a little bit in there. I don't know why, but it's a default lot and it's like that. I have no idea why they did like that. But yeah, this house is gonna have a pool as well, so everything in the backyard is laid out pretty much the same as in the other house, but I just didn't add any landscaping, as I mentioned. So in this part in here in which you can have some plants, in the other house we have some plants and bushes and stuff, I didn't add anything in here. I didn't want to have that because I thought that maybe the family that lives in here just wanted to plant their own things and do the things the way that they wanted. So yeah, that's literally a blank canvas for you guys. So you see now, when I was starting to do the floor plan, I realized the house was bigger, so I'm making everything one tile smaller in here, and then the floor plan is gonna work better and it's gonna be exactly the same as the other one. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because we're gonna be working on the floor plan once I finish this. And this was definitely my bad. I wasn't 100% focused when I was doing this part of the build. So yeah, a lot in my mind, a lot going on in real life, but I just really enjoyed this build. I had a lot of fun building it. I think it's so nice. So I really hope you guys like it and that you still give a lot of love and support to these builds and everything that I do on my channel, because I know I've been lacking on content lately, and it's basically because of work and because I'm really tired. And I mentioned it a few months ago that March, April, and May are my like really intense months when it comes to work, and I'm not gonna have enough time to do anything, but I'm just trying my best. So my weekends are basically gonna be about playing The Sims and having pre-recorded videos or anything like that, because doing the voiceover for me, it takes less time than editing and designing to build. So I can do it in a couple of minutes and maybe half an hour and I'm good to go. But just building and doing everything else, it just takes up too much of my time, and that's what I try to do during the weekends. But yeah, I'm just trying to let you know why I haven't been uploading that much, and maybe some of you just got used to the fact that I started to upload like 2 videos every week. And yeah, right now I'm doing my best, but it's just not physically possible for me to do that. So I really hope you guys understand and that you don't mind, but you stay here with me anyways. Also, you can see how the layout is coming up and how everything is looking so far. And you can see that I'm adding the appliances and everything like that, but I chose the same counters but in different swatch, because I was thinking that maybe the houses were exactly the same, but they were not decorated exactly the same. So maybe the family that's gonna live in here can actually renovate this house, or they can do anything they want. Maybe they like these countertops more than the other ones. I actually really like them. I think they look really nice. But yeah, we're actually heading to the end of the video now. We're gonna be adding some final touches in here, and that's gonna be pretty much it. So we're finishing this path in here with these stepping stones. And yeah, we're actually heading to the end of the video now, so I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please remember to like this video, also comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also follow me on social media. The links are all in the description and below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots. Goodbye.
Why you wanna run away? Why you gotta be afraid? I wish I could make you stay, 'cause baby I love you. Why you tryna break us up when I'm tryna build it up? I wish I could make you stop.